Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Now today's video is August and September's finished pages, because August I did not get hardly anything done. I think I got 3-4 pages maybe, but I've managed to get quite a few done this month, and there's my current whip on top of it as well. I absolutely love how this is turning out. So let me just move these out of the way. Move pencils and phones and everything and get started. So like I said, this is my current whip. I think I've got 2, possibly 3 on the go at the minute, and this is by Sarah Richter. It's the Duncan Blunt. This is a lovely book. The quality of the paper is amazing. It's that really thick cardstock. I think it's either 200 or 250 GSM and spiral bound. I love these books, and I've used so far the Derwent Lightfast pencils. Done a very light layer on a skin just to map out the shadows, and then I've just been working on the hair the last couple of nights. I've just got this portion to do. But yeah, I love how she's turning out. I think I'm going to do the Jura in Inktense pencils for this one, and then possibly just a really either simple black background just to make the hair pop even more, or a bit of distress ink. I've not decided yet. So keep that to one side. I think the order that these books are in is the most recent ones are on top, so yeah, so the ones that you're seeing now are what I've finished recently. Now this one is the new Hanna Karlzon Atlantis book. Now if you did watch my first impressions of this, I'm not blown away. I'm not blown away by this book, but I did purposely make sure that I have coloured in this. I think, yeah, I've got one whip. I am in the process of filming me doing this one, so this is the other whip that I've got going on. I'm about halfway through, so you will see how I've done that. I've filmed how I did the background in real time, so you can check that out on my channel already, but the actual time lapse will be coming up at some point. And then the other page I did was this one. Now I'm pretty sure that I've shared this one on Instagram. I could be telling a lie, but I'm sure I did, so I can take that tag out. But a very simple distress ink background for this one, and then Inktense pencils, I want to say, just for going over the illustration. And it did act a little bit funny. You see how it's bled really weirdly in certain areas. I mean, I think that quite actually adds to it. But yeah, this is, it's not one of my favourites. I won't go over and say the same things that I did in the video specifically just about this book. If you want to know my thoughts, yeah, the video was out, but yeah, all I'm going to say is it's not my favourite. It's not my favourite of hers, but I am glad I've got it, because I do like having Hanna Karlzon boots. I do love Hanna Karlzon boots, but it's just not my favourite. So we've got a couple of PDFs. This one is a Mariola Budek. I think this is a new illustration. I still don't know. Is it a fox or is it a squirrel? I don't know. But I filmed the part of me doing the leaves with the alcohol markers and pencil over the top, and then I filmed, did I film the? Yeah, I did. The background is all distress ink, and then the sparkle that you can see is the Spectrum Noir. Is it just called Sparkle Pen? Sparkle Ink? Something like that. But I've linked everything in that video. And like I said, it is in real time if you want to recreate it. It's so simple to do. It's just having the confidence to put a lot of water on your page and having the patience for it to dry and not use a heat gun. Because you can see it's more or less dried pretty straight. There's a couple of kinks there, but it's not too bad. And I really enjoyed doing this. I'm possibly thinking, I think she's got a PDF book, but it's more like it's these cutesy illustrations. I'm thinking of getting that, because I can't tell you how much I enjoyed doing this. Some pictures lately I've been, oh, I have to finish this, I have to do this, but this one I was excited to come up and work on this, which is a good sign. I just think it's adorable. And please let me know, is it a squirrel or a fox? I understand people saying it's a squirrel because of the acorns, but I thought it was a fox because of like the ears and the snout. So I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong. This is another PDF that I've had going for months and months and months, and I can't remember the name of the artist. If I remember, I will put it over here somewhere, but I'm sure that I did a video a while back on this. I'm sure I did. And I do remember I used polychromos for the hair. But I think when you print anything out on tan-tone paper, the end colouring result just looks amazing. It looks amazing. It doesn't matter what the illustration is, what medium that I've used. If I was messy or really taking my time with the details, they just turn out brilliant on this paper. It's like magic paper. It really is. It's not overly thick. I think it's just the colour of it. It just makes the colours pop. I do really like that one. The pinks, the purples and yellows. I think it goes together beautifully. I don't think I knew what to do with the background. That's why the background's a bit empty with that one. And then we move over to another new book that was out last month. The Pop Manga Beauties and Beasties. I don't think I've finished this one, or have I? No, I've not finished. So this is the other whip. So I've only just started this one. Oh, did I do another one? No. I did a double page spread. So that's the whip that I'm currently working on. And that is just Inktense pencils. And then I did this double page spread. This was the first one that I did in this book, and it's mostly watercolour. When I first saw this, what's that film? The Never-Ending Story, Falcor? I was going to try and base it off that, but I ended up just going in a completely different direction and doing it the way that I wanted to do it. And I just stuck to grey, purple and pink all the way through. The background is very messy, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of like cauliflower effect there, that some of it's meant to be there, some of it's not, like I spilt water. But the paper, as you can see, I took it like a champ. It's a tiny bit crinkled there, but once I put this back on my shelf, that will soon flatten up. But yeah, I enjoyed this. I think these illustrations, in particular the Camilla Dericotte ones, they just scream to me to chuck loads of different colour and loads of different mediums on. Don't just stick to pencils. Like, I wouldn't just do this sort of style in this book. It needs paint, it needs acrylic paint, it needs glitter, it needs soft pastels, pencils, anything you can chuck at it, and this paper is pretty good, to be honest. So yeah, this one I'm planning on being another mixed media page, but we'll see how that goes. So that needs to be in a different pile. Now we're getting to some of the books that I can't remember what I've worked on, so you'll have to bear with me. Some of these have not got tags in, and I'm just wondering, did I actually work in this one, or have I pulled it out and put it in that pile? No, it was this one. Let me just double check, but I'm sure it was the whale. And I did this one last month. Yeah, it was the whale. And I'm pretty sure that I did some portion of this in a video. I'm not too sure. I think it was it the flowers? Then I showed you how I did like the splatter effect and stuff. I'm sure that's what it was. Anyway, it's Kirby Rosanes World Within Worlds, this one, yeah. And I've already done this illustration before. Let me just get the other copy, because I love to redo an illustration that I've already done to see how far I've come in my art. Yeah, so it definitely was this one. And I'm putting leaves. I must have put these in this boot to flatten out. How cool are these? Let me just show you these really quickly. They're called, was it turtle? Oh, I can't remember now. But it almost looks like a turtle shell. And it's not, that's a leaf. Oh, I put it in between the boots to dry them out and I forgot. And they fell out everywhere, which is fun. So yeah, it was definitely this one, because I remember showing this one in that video. So this is the one that I previously did. I still really like how this turned out. It's a lot brighter colours, but I think this one is a lot cooler of an effect than this. This almost reminds me like neon, because of the black background. It just really does make everything pop. So if I just put it side by side like that, you can see the difference. That almost looks like I've gone round it with a white gel pen, and I haven't. and then this one. The only difference is there's loads and loads of stickles, which I still do use stickles, but just not as much, because if I was to go to colour this now, all I can feel is the stickles. So if I'm using stickles, how many times can I say stickles? I will use it on PDFs and I'm not worrying about the page behind. But yeah, I do remember that I enjoyed doing this. It was just one of them, because it's a double page spread. It was such a massive amount to do, and I was glad that when it was finished, that one. So that was Kirby Rosanes' World Within Worlds. This one was a very, very long-standing whip, and I don't like it one bit, but I quickly just finished a couple of bits off just to call it finished, and this was last month, like I said, when I didn't have hardly any time to even do anything, let alone sit down and do any colouring. So this was just quick, that page needs a little bit of something doing. I can't even remember what I did, but this, is it Succumbs? Oh, let's see, I love that one. Yeah, Succumbs Dark Fantasy 2019 colouring book. Really good paper. Now, if I remember rightly, you could get this book as a PDF, which I've got the first one as a PDF. You can get it on watercolour paper, which that's what this is, and you can get it on marker paper, which I've not got that, so I can't really say, but I imagine that's really, really smooth cardstock. But yeah, I picked the watercolour paper one. Yeah, it is what it is. It's a finish. It's a finish. I can't really say what I have and haven't used on that one, but yep, I thought it was worth mentioning. Another one that I can't really remember, I've got a tag in it on, so I must have done something. That was for a tutorial. We've got this bug page, I think, or is it that one? Oh no, it's that one. Oh, it's nice, that one. It's good, isn't it, when you forget certain pages that you do and you come across them. Yeah, this was another long-standing whip that I gessoed it. Gessoed the paper. Now, I hate the feeling. I think this was the cheap gesso that I used. I don't like that feeling. It almost feels like a chalk to me when that is just watercolour and distress ink over this gesso, and I don't like the feeling. It goes straight through me. But I just added a couple of details just to call this page finished. That shiny stuff that you can see is, how cute's that sticker? One of my lovely subscribers, I think it was last year or the year before, Deb, she'd bought me the book and then it came with that sticker and I put it on there. The liquid chrome mirror effect, and it is quite snazzy, that one, and it dries really, really quick. I saw that on Colour with Colours channel. But yeah, that is which one's this one now? Seasons by Hanna Karlzon. We've got a Jasmine Becket-Griffith page. Have I finished? Yes. I'm like opening these boots up and thinking, oh gosh, have I finished them? But this is one that I did do in September, I do believe. And this is one that I purposely made time. Come on, camera. Made time. So I've got time to myself, because I was sort of like cracking up. It was over the summer holidays. That's what I'm saying. I didn't have time to do anything, but I purposely made time. I think it might have been a weekend actually. And my husband was with Isabel. But yeah, let me just double check, because I can't really remember. I know it's a lot of watercolour on this, but I've based the skin with alcohol marker and some of the, is that the background? Yes, some of the background as well in alcohol marker, and the rest of it is watercolour paint. Now, look at the face. I think that turned out really, really cool. It's because I couldn't be bothered trying to shade the skin in a realistic colour, because I wanted to get it done quicker, because I knew I didn't have enough time. So I just tried to do a weird pattern on her face, and I think it turned out perfect. It goes with the tail and everything. I just love the colours that I chose. I'm not really good at picking different colour schemes going together. That's why you'll see a lot of my art. It's a lot of 2 colours, 3 colours, 4 colours max. So when I add all these different colours together and they come together at the end and they look nice, I'm like, yes, like they're chuffed. They're proud of myself that it worked out. And I don't know why I don't do Jasmine Becket-Griffith more as well, because I love her art. I think it daunts me a little bit because there is no shading on the faces, so you do really have to, it's just line art, so you do really have to concentrate when it comes to doing the faces. But I think now that I've done that one at the back with that skin tone, I'm going to try that again but in a different colour, because that just completely took the scariness out of it for me and just made it really fun to do. Yeah, I might try that again. So that was the Mermaid's colouring book. That one's my favourite, and then the original one she came out with, and then the Halloween, and then that, I'm not too keen on the Alice one. We've got Nocturnes. I've done quite a few in this one now. This one, and I've not done a background on it, and I know full well why I've not done a background, because I didn't want to go over the illustration and go through all these little itty bitty bits, so that's the reason that I've not done a background. But look at the light effect. I think that's pretty cool. I love doing the light effect now, and I find it really easy. I just colour the illustration as normal and sort of don't even think about the light effect, and then when I'm at the end I will look at the light and go, right, well it's probably going to hit there, it's probably going to hit here, and then there'll be a touch there as well, whichever way the light's going. And I find that so fun to do, trying to work out where the colour would be. And even like these little candles here, I've added like the big light underneath here, and here, and here. Yeah, I enjoyed doing that one. Really enjoyed doing that one. That's Nocturnes by Anastasia Ella Caldeviva. I always struggle saying that. And then we've got one last one, which is Wildflower Folk by Christine Karen. Can you tell I'm not filmed in a little bit? I've still got a whip going on there, but I did finish this one. I've got to be honest, I don't really like this one. I think I tried to go with like an old style background, and I don't think I pulled it off. I probably would have been better with using tea bags. And now looking at that hair and looking at this hair that I've previously done and that I'm working on, I think I like this hair a lot better. I know it's a different sort of style of colouring, but I think that colour would have worked better with that background. I think because it's too samey, it doesn't, I'm just not pleased with that one, to be totally honest with you. And I'm gutted because I love this book. I wanted every single page to be like perfect in this book. So yeah, you know what, it's fine. I mean, I still like that one. And I've got a couple of whips and stuff in here, but I think I'm going to keep this book out to work on it this month. I love that one as well. But that is all my finished pages. I have got through a lot, considering that I've had hospital visits and the summer holidays and everything else going on. Yeah, it's not too bad, but yeah, I've got 2 whips there, and then I'm going to keep this one out to work on this month. But thank you so much for watching my video. Hopefully a little bit more regular now. I'm hoping to do a colouring chat and go into a little bit more detail of why I've been missing a little bit. But yeah, we'll see. I'm on a little bit of a time stump at the minute, so yeah, we'll see. But thank you again for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.